Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to build a complete student management system using Flask and MySQL. This project is perfect for beginners who want to practice full stack development. We will perform CRUD operations, design a beautiful front end, and connect our database step by step. So let's get straight into it. Let's start by creating a new folder for our project. Folder name would be Student Manager. Now we are going to open Visual Studio Code. To access this folder, click on Open Folder, then go to the file directory where you have created that folder. Click on Select Folder. Once you have opened your folder in VS Code, go to the three dots from the top left corner and open a new terminal. Now run the following command in the terminal, which will set up virtual environment and install dependencies. This VENV folder is virtual environment for our Flask project. It contains isolated version of Python along with project-specific dependencies like Flask, Jinja 2, etc. It keeps our Flask app packages separate from the system-wide Python packages, avoids version conflicts. Let's just activate our virtual environment by this command. Now we are installing Flask with this command. Next, we are going to create a Python file. Just click on three dots and click on New File. Now just type app.py. This file will handle our Flask operations. Then we are creating a new folder named as Templates, which will contain our index.html file. It will contain basically the front-end part of our system, the structure of our web page shown to the user when they are opening our app on their browser. Flask uses Jinja 2 templating engine to insert dynamic data into HTML files. To connect our MySQL with Python, we need to install mysql connector package. Here is the correct step-by-step PIP installation procedure. Once the installation is completed, let's write the Flask app code that connects our MySQL and handles the routing. Go to app.py. So, Flask is used to create the web application. Render template is used to render the HTML files in the template folder. Request is for get and post requests. Redirect is used to navigate the user to another route after the form submission. URL for is to build a URL for the specific function name. In the second line, you can see we have written import MySQL connector. This imports the MySQL connector package, which allows your Flask app to communicate with MySQL database. This line creates Flask app object. MySQL connectors helps us to connect Python with MySQL. Host is equals to localhost because the database is hosted on our local machine. User equals to root because it's our MySQL username. And password, what you have set, you have to enter here. Database is equals to studentDB because we are going to use it in our project. We use cursor to execute our SQL queries. Now go to desktop and open your MySQL workbench. Now we are going to create our database, that is studentDB. We give the connection name as Student Manager. As we can see, our connection username is root. Now just click on OK. Now open this new connection. Enter your password. Now in our workbench, firstly, we are going to create a database named as StudentDB. If you want to know how to create databases, you can watch our previous video in this playlist. At this step, we are going to create a table named as students, where we are going to keep their data. Here, we are giving the ID as our primary key and auto increment to it, so that the ID will be incremented automatically. Now we are taking the other records as our students' information. You can take them by your choice too. Now we have completely written the query to create our database StudentDB and to create a table students where we are going to keep the records of those students from our website. So let's execute each command by selecting them and clicking on the execute button. Our database has been created and we are just accessing it. Now we have just created our table students, which is visible on our schemes tab. We are almost halfway done to complete our project. If you guys are enjoying this video, do like and share this video with your friends. After creating database and table on MySQL workbench, just switch to the app.py file. Now we are typing the code for routing to display all the elements on our home page. This function will run automatically when the user will be going to our home page. The user would be easily able to see the table content on the website. For adding student into our database, we are typing this CRUD function. Because we are sending some data to our database, this will be a post method. This request.form name extracts the name from the HTML input fields like name, age, and grade. We will create 3 of the request form because we are having 3 fields. Then the cursor.execute inserts the student data into the student table by using parameterized queries, which prevents SQL injections. And then this db.commit saves the changes in the database. Return redirect URL for index will get the updated home page in front of the user. This function is for deleting the student from the table. This will be a dynamic route. The student ID is passed in the URL. Example delete 3. The student having the ID 3 will be deleted. Cursor.execute has that SQL query delete from students where ID is equal to deletes the student with the matching ID, and then db.commit saves the changes. Return redirect URL for index will give us the updated page after deleting the student. This last conditional statement is used to run the server only when the script is executed, creating the proper format to run the code. Now the proper formatting is done. Let's go to index.html file. In index.html, we are going to design our front-end part. Giving the title as Student Management. Then we use Bootstrap for styling and giving the page a nicer container margin at the top. You will get this link in our description. So here we are creating a form. This form lets the user input a new student's name, age, and grade. On the submission, it sends the data to the add route feature via post request. Now after designing the form, we are just giving it a submit button so that our data can be fed into our database to add the student. Closing the form tab. Now we are designing the table. Let's break down the front-end part of table. This line creates a bootstrap-styled HTML table. The class table gives its basic styling, and table bordered adds border around each cell for better visibility. Then we can see the curly braces for student and students. Inside the T body tag, we are using Jinja template to loop each student's record from our Flask backend. Then TR tag gives table row and TD tags is for table data. These values comes from the student list returned by our Flask route, where we fetch all the data from our MySQL database. We give an anchor tag inside the table data for delete button, which is when clicked, it sends a request to delete ID root and deletes that specific student from the database using their unique ID. Giving the else condition, when no student is added to our student database, the website will show no student added yet. We will close the loop and finish the table body. This way, no matter how many students are in the database, they will be visible in our table dynamically. Closing all the rest of the tags. So here our index.html code is done. Now switch back to app.py file and run the code. So this is our running URL. That means our Flask development server is up. Just control click on URL. And boom, here is our student management system. Now let's check our first feature, that is adding student. I will type the name, age and grade of some students. Notice how the page reloads and the new student appears in the table instantly. This confirms that our data was inserted into a MySQL database successfully and fetched back on the reload. Similarly, I have added 3 more students. Now, we will be going to check in our workbench whether these students are added in our database or not. Now we are simply accessing our database. And we are just displaying our whole table to check whether the students are added or not. So yes, 4 of the students are added, which we have added to the Flask function. So guys, we have completed the fully working student management system from scratch using Flask and MySQL. Do you want me to give a tutorial on how to deploy this project? Then do check out our MySQL tutorial playlist. Don't forget to like, share and comment your suggestions below. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.